Hey,
Look for Daniel.
you met Dan. This is Daniel.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Jonathan with Stepmatch Real Estate. Noticed that your property came out as an expired recently, and I was called to see when you plan on interviewing the right agent for the job of selling the home.
We're just gonna keep the property off the market. We're not selling it right now.
Just keep it off the market. And sell it. I see. All right. Well, let me just ask you a few questions. When this property was on the market, where were you and your family planning on moving to next?
We were gonna go to New Jersey.
Oh, really? New Jersey? What's the again in New Jersey?
Which is one of the suburb life. We're a little bit tired of the city.
Suburb life and you're tired of the city, I see. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? It's very interesting.
We're a little bit tired of the car horns and noise. We figured maybe we go move out into the suburbs and see what that life is like. It's a little quieter.
Got you. All right. No problem. I see. All right, so you're basically just tired of the city and you're going to go to the suburbs and be a little more quieter. Is that correct? Quieter neighborhood?
Yeah.
Got you. All right. And I'm just curious, how soon do you want to be out in New Jersey?
I mean, shoot, yesterday, 6 months ago.
Honestly, Daniel, I would feel the same if my property was on the market for 6 months and it didn't sell. Let me ask you this. What do you think stopped your property from selling?
I mean, I don't know. I asked my agent. I feel like he didn't really do very much to sell it. I have no idea. They kept telling me it was the price, but I thought it was priced pretty good.
Oh, no. Really? You think it's the agent? How did you have to pick that last agent you listed with?
They sold us the house.
Oh, okay. They sold you the house.
Yeah.
Got you. And what you feel like that agent should have done a little bit differently?
I mean, at least just kind of communicate with us. We didn't really hear from him very much. And then when we did, it was, hey, you got to lower the price, But it really wasn't helpful as far as telling us, well, maybe there were some things that, we could have done to make the house look better, or I don't know. We just didn't hear from him a lot.
Okay, got you. And just to be clear, you don't have an idea of why it didn't sell besides maybe just your agent?
No.
Got you. All right. Well, Daniel, look, let's do this. Let's schedule an appointment, right? So I can show you how confident I am that I can sell your property this time around. And I do specialize in working with property owners that, fail to sell the first time around. And once we meet, I'm gonna present to you two things, Daniel. One, why your property didn't sell the first time around, and two, some of the techniques that we gotta tweak up to make things better, in the eyes of the buyer, so we can actually get your property sold this time around. So Daniel, I have today at 4 o'clock, and I also have tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Well, what time is better for you?
I mean, look, I need to talk to my wife first just to see, like, if we're even going to entertain this. I mean, everybody's calling us now, telling us the same thing. We can sell your property. It's like, where the hell were you guys when the property was on the market?
Right. That's a valid concern. And Daniel, when the property was on the market for 6 months, me and my team actually sold over 30 properties. And to be quite frank with you, I didn't even sell your property for sale, right? And if, we did have any buys for your property, your property would have been sold already. So, Daniel, let me ask you a question. Would you say it's equally as important for your wife to sell this property as it is for you?
Yeah, I mean, she's on board with it, if that's the question.
All right, and she's on board on moving as well, correct, to New Jersey, the suburbs?
Yes, she is.
All right, so it's not about if you guys want to make this move, it's more about when. All right.
Yeah.
So once again, I have today at 4 o'clock and I have tomorrow at 5. Right. I want to explain to you guys some of the techniques that I'm going to use to sell your property the second time around. So then I got today at 4 o'clock and I have tomorrow at 5. What time is better for you and your wife? And by the way, what's your wife's name?
Lauren.
Lauren. Okay. Yeah. So when are you and your wife Lauren available for a 15-minute consultation meeting?
I mean, I guess I'd say if we were to do it, probably 5 o'clock tomorrow would be okay.
5 o'clock tomorrow. Gotcha. All right. Before our meeting at 5 o'clock, do you have any questions for me and my team?
No, not at this point.
Got you. All right, Daniel. No problem. I'm gonna be sending you a pre-listing packet, and I'm gonna be giving you a call a few hours prior just to ask you some additional questions so I can better prepare myself for our appointment. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, no problem. I'll be giving you a call tomorrow at 12 for our appointment. With that being said, Daniel, have a beautiful day.
You too. I love it. I love that you rolled right into it, man. How'd that feel for you, brother?
Well, good. So, like, no time wasted and go right into it.
I like it. Where are you at right now, by the way?
Get some gas right now.
Oh, okay, because I could hear a lot of commotion in the back. That's why I'm asking.
My apologies.
It's all no. It's all good. I'm just curious. I didn't know if you were out in the on the subway or what. So here's what I'm going to focus on some of the goods that you did. So I like that you're asking questions. All right, you're getting into a more of a question based mode here, and it's better. You're getting better at this as you continue to do it. So, but what we're going to work on is the questions that you ask. So when you do ask them, the seller is going to respond to you in a positive manner. Okay? Because the questions that I'm going to give you to ask them are going to be about them, not about you and what you've done and what your team has done. Because I'm going to be honest, they don't give a shit about that. After 6 months, they don't care about what you and your people have done. They're still sitting on a house that hasn't sold yet. I like that you went into the motivation first. I like that. That's exactly the way that you're going to get them to start talking to you. And then you went into it, and then you asked it again. So when I say to you, yeah, we're going to move to Jersey. Wow, that's it. Thank you for sharing that with me. So what I want you to start to do, Jonathan, is learn to affirm whatever I tell you. When the seller tells you something, always tell them, hey, I appreciate you sharing that with me. Thank you for telling that. Wow, that's interesting. Thanks for sharing. Mm-hmm. What that does is it validates what they said to you and lets them know you're listening to them. So whenever I tell you, just think about that. Whenever I say to you, you say, hey, thanks for sharing. Wow, I appreciate you letting me know that. Something along those lines, okay?
Yes.
All right. And then so once we go into there and I tell you that, yeah, you know what, we're looking to get to Jersey. We wanted a quieter life. Wow, interesting. Tell me about that. Have you ever been to Jersey? What about Jersey do you like? You know, inquisitive questions like that just to get me talking, which you did on a level, you did that, which is good. You know, you said, hey, what do you think stopped it from selling? Great question. I said, I don't know, man. The agent this, the agent that. I can tell you really didn't know where to go there. Here's a good response for that. Wow, interesting. You know, yeah, I'm looking here. The house looks beautiful. I'm a little confused too as to why it didn't sell. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you happen to pick that agent, which you asked? But I want you to preface that with complimenting the home.
Yes.
And then you went into, you know, your questions were good. You went into some good questions. And then at the end, so what I want you to do when you're ready for the close, okay? Well, what you've been kind enough to share with me, Jonathan, I'm hearing two things very clearly. Number one is it sounds like you'd still sell the property if you got an offer that was reasonable to you. And number two, more importantly, really through no fault of your own, just sounds like you weren't getting the service you expected to receive when you listed the property. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So with that said, may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
And then you close them. When you ask them, may I make a suggestion, you're basically asking them for permission to close. I'd love to simply, Daniel, here's what I'd love to simply pop by, see what your home has to offer in person, and while we're there, we'll discuss two things very clearly. Number one, what we need to change this time around, maybe some just minor tweaks to get bona fide buyers in here making qualified offers on this property. And then number two, and more importantly, is your net bottom line. What you can realistically expect to receive when you are at the closing table, you and Lauren, and you're signing papers to close. And then that way, at least, you know, whether it's now or later, Jonathan, you've met with the top agent in your area. You'll have all the information you need so you can make the best decision you can for yourself and your family. Does that sound fair to you?
Yes.
Exactly. Of course it does. Instead of, well, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to come over and I'm going to show you what my team and I, what we've done. We've sold homes for that. Do you see the difference?
I need to get adjusted to using those because the handlers they have here in the office and the Mike Ferry, like I have the thing memorized with the Mike Ferry and all that, and that is a little hard. Change up the way
I understand. Brother, it is a whole new. When we talk with Aaron on Monday, you're going to see a whole different side of how real estate is sold. The difference between the way you're doing it and the way we do it is when we do it, we're putting the client in the front seat. When you do it, you guys are in the front seat and you're making yourselves the heroes here. When really the client is the hero. We need you to be the guide to guide them on this transaction, to guide them to a sold property, to guide them to New Jersey to a happier life. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. It's like, then a day is about them. We gotta help them out.
Yes. Every agent's making it about them. And it's not about them. Because if you're making it about you, you know, every agent's doing that. You're not separating yourself from them. It's all the same stuff. These sellers are hearing the same rancid shit that every other agent's telling them. I can sell this property. Here's what my team has done. And they're like, well, and I'm thinking like, where the hell were you when my property was on the market? Why didn't you sell it then? Instead of, hey, share with me, what was the reason you were even looking to sell this beautiful property? So I want you to shift away from talking about you, and I want you to start talking about them.
Okay.
Being inquisitive about them.
Okay.
Yes, that's the difference, man. That's what's going to get you in the door to appointments with these people because you're not making it about you. I'll be honest, man. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about me. They don't care about us. They care about selling their property. It was just listed. Think about it, Jonathan. It was just listed for 6 months and it didn't sell. And now they're getting bombarded with phone calls from agents saying, I can sell your property. Let me come over and show you how. Do you know how aggravating that is for a seller? Think about that if that's your house, Jonathan. You just had your house on the market for 6 months, didn't sell, and now the same people that tried to sell it first are calling you, telling you they can do it. You may even want to do it. You may even say to yourself, I'm going to try and do it myself. These guys don't know what the hell they're doing.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's a really good feedback. Yes.
Good.
Make it like that. And the way you do that is asking more questions about them, not about us.
Do you have our expired script?
Honestly, I don't think so.
All right, I can email it to you. Yeah, I'm gonna email you ours. What we'll do is we'll do tomorrow. I'll give you tomorrow because I wasn't able to do Tuesday. And then what we'll do is I want you to go through that script tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. And that's the other thing, brother. I want you to really be cognizant of got you.
Oh, right.
You said that 12 times today.
In the role playing?
Yes. So just be aware of that. When you find yourself wanting to say that, take a pause, take a beat, take a breath, use another word. That's all. Because think about it. If you're sitting in front of somebody who's, their house is $500,000, $700,000, $1,000,000, and they hear got you 17 times, you think they're going to want to list with you?
No, it doesn't look
Exactly.
doesn't look good.
Remember, my word was awesome. I used to say that all the time.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one.
That was my word. Yeah. I used to say awesome all the time. Now I'm very aware of it, and it was through practice, through role playing, that I stopped doing it. So, but this was good, man. This was really good. You're getting better, brother. You are getting better because you're starting to ask more questions about them instead of you.
Yeah, and listen, we make phone calls. Me and my team make phone calls, like cold calls every single day. So I'm always improving my skill.
Good.
Always on the phone with sellers. Always.
Good.
Always. I also always implement everything that I learned from you guys, from the coaching, everything. Like just I learn, I implement. Maybe at first it's a little choppy, but then when will be the best time to do it? Like It's now. So
Yep.
just take action on it.
I love it.
Even if I'm choppy, it's like, I'm gonna get better. So
every day you do this, man, listen, you're in the group, you're getting better, and that's the main thing here. You're better than you were yesterday. And then tomorrow you're going to be better than you were today. That's the goal, man. You know it. I love the mindset. That's a killer mindset. That's a growth mindset. It's a power mindset.
Yeah, no one's stopping me, nothing's stopping me but me. Like it's only I'm determined. I'm in the determination of my future, so I take this shit really seriously.
And listen, it's a pleasure for me to help you get there, man.
Yeah, Dan, honestly, I really appreciate the little time that we role played and stuff. And it's been, I actually got surprised, like, believe it or not, I actually got some appointments from just us role playing, like, just thinking about what you were saying, like, being conscious about it.
Yes.
And the motivation and all that, like,
yes.
It's things that I know, but, like, a constant reminder and, like, the feedback.
Yes.
Like, you're like, oh, okay, this is what Daniel recommended. Like,
yes.
Like, it worked.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks for letting me know. It's if you don't tell me these things, I'll never know if they work or don't work. I don't know who's doing what.
No, man, it works. Definitely keep that up. Like it works. I implemented what you recommended, and it works. I got a few appointments coming up from just us role playing.
Awesome. Let me know how they go, man. I want to hear how they go. Because there's guys, we do a Zoom role play, when you're partners with us, and you decide to partner with us, we have a Zoom. Like there's like 9 people that are on there every day. And we do the same thing. We do what we do.
I watched it on YouTube. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. Yeah, well, we do like a Zoom role play. So, I don't know if my channel put it up, but every morning we're on there. So they're actually on there right now. I can see them on there. So when I get done here, I'm going to jump on. So I'm going to think about it. If you and Alex decide, you guys, like, hey, man, Aaron's the real deal, and I want to be a part of his organization and get all the benefits of him. You get access to him and Jose Luis. Jose does those too.
Of course, we're definitely ready. One thing though, Daniel, I'll be honest, we're okay. One thing is our office right now, right? We're the Mike Ferry. They're big on the Mike Ferry, and we were thinking about possibly before even we talked with you, right? Me and Alex, right? We were thinking about switching over to Mike Ferry coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And my partner, like he likes he heard briefly of our role playing, and I told him about the group, and he's very interested.
Okay.
But his thing will be also that we're going to a Mike Ferry retreat January 20th to 27th.
Mm-hmm.
And he is saying that maybe wants to see Mike Ferry coaching what they're about, what Aaron's about, comparing apples to apples, and seeing which one's the better option. So I want to be honest with you that the conversation that we had, we are happy in Mike Ferry because that's the thing. Like,
just so you know, Aaron used to work with Mike. Aaron was one of Mike Ferry's top coaches.
Wow. Okay.
And he left.
Can I ask why he left? Can I ask that?
Yeah. Aaron felt that that wasn't. It was he needed to go in a different direction. The way Aaron sells and the way Mike Ferry sells are very, very different. They're very different. And when you talk to him, I'll bring, we can talk about that. Aaron will share his experience with you. I'll let him tell you instead of me telling you. But it's a very different script, man. Mike is just it's about the agent, and Aaron is it's about the client. And I think in this day and age, man, if most agents are making the phone calls about them and not the client, I just think you're going to lose. I don't think you're going to be getting appointments because it's not about the agent. There's nothing great about what we do. All right. The money is not in the service, man. It's not. It's in the selling of it. So who can sell it better? And by better, I just look at it like, man, if I have the opportunity to help somebody better their life, move forward, and get to a different place that they weren't able to do before because the agent wasn't able to do it, I'm not going to it's not about me. It's about them. and getting to where they need to be. But that's a big difference than how Mike Ferry teaches. It's very different.
You're right because when I make an appointment, I use the Mike Ferry pre-call script, and one of the questions, a price question is, it says I know you're aware. It says I study homes and prices every single day. Therefore, I assume you list with me at a price. That one, like every time I say that one, like it's either a hit or miss with that one. With that question, because it's like, oh, what do you mean? Sometimes like you tell me, oh, are you the professional? Like you should know.
Yep.
It's a little more negative than that.
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying though, because at times some of the handlers and some of the, just some of the scripts are about, I guess about the.
Well, think about this question. Instead of saying it's always the I. I study homes and prices every day. So you're already making it about me. You're already making it about you. So I study homes and prices every day. So I'm going to assume you're going to list at a property that's going to get get the property to sell. Instead, what if you asked it this way? Hey, Jonathan, look, nobody knows your home as well as you do. So share with me any changes or modifications you've done to the home that you feel could affect its value in some way. Then they're going to tell you everything about the house. And then once they do, you can say, perfect. Now, and I'm imagining, Jonathan, you've done a little bit of homework in preparation for, our meeting together. So, Jonathan, do you and Lauren have any idea at all, realistically, about what you were going to think about listing the home for?
No, we don't have no idea.
Okay, great. And what we'll do together as a team, we're going to figure out, we're going to go over properties that are on the market and have been sold, and ones that have sold and closed. And what we're gonna get from that information, Jonathan, not a pinpoint to the penny, but we're gonna get a nice realistic range regarding value and price for your home. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Instead of I study homes and prices every day. So I'm gonna assume you're gonna list at a price that's gonna make this property sell. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, Daniel, that sounds so much better.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Not like definitely, I hear you guys out like that.
And I'm not shitting on you. I'm just saying, come on, man. Like, it's not even close. It's just not even close.
Don't hit the player, hit the game.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
So every question in our prequel is like that. Everyone's like that. It's very different, man. It's very different.
Do you guys have prequel script as well?
I do. You want me to send you that as well?
Awesome. Yeah, that would help out.
I'll send you both.
Really appreciate you 1,000%.
Not a problem, brother. Not a problem. But again, we're here to help you. At the end of the day, if you decide to partner with us or if you don't, at least you've met with a guy who sold 2,000 homes in his career, over 2,000 homes. You can see what he's about. And if you feel like, you know what, hey, this ain't a fit, we're going to stick with what we got. We're going to go with this way. The goal and objective here is to get you listing property and helping sellers consistently. That's all. There's no obligation. You're not forced or any obligation to work with us. I think people who don't, agents who don't, when they hear and see what we can offer, I think it's insane. But the decision's theirs. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So
yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Cool.
All right, Daniel, no problem. Cool, thank you. We'll play again tomorrow, right?
We'll hit it tomorrow. I'm going to send you those scripts literally right now. I think I actually, hang on. Let me see if I actually have I might even have your email. Hold on.
Yeah, you might, because I think I might have sent it a while ago.
Yeah, let me see something real quick. Cool, I got it. All right, I will send it over to you literally when we hang up the phone.
Awesome. Thank you, Daniel.
My pleasure, my brother. Hey, keep hitting it. I want to hear something really good that happened to you today. We role play tomorrow, all right?
Yes, let's do it.
Awesome. All right, brother.
Awesome. All right, brother. Talk to you.
Peace. I laugh at people that, are like, oh, I get like 3 hours or 4 hours of sleep. I'm like, that's not anything to brag about. It's a piston contest, like an ego contest. But yeah, I'm in bed 9:30. I get up at like 3:45, 4. I'm good, man.